Hello. Today we will be reading Mayor Hubble is in Trouble by My Weirder School series, Chapter 3, Depends to 4. Rule of the School. Later, we were having lunch in the vomitorium. That's a room that used to be called the cafeterium until some first grader threw up in it last year. Andrea and her girly girlfriends were sitting at the table next to us. Me and the guys let Alexia sit at our table because she's cool. Guess what? Andrea said really loudly so everybody would have to hear. I decided that I'm going to run for president of the 3rd grade. All the girls were hugging her and telling Andrea that she would make a great president. After I win the election, Andrea said, I was thinking that we should have a dress code at elementary school. If we all wore uniforms, it would be easier to pick out our clothes in the morning. That's a great idea, said Emily, who thinks all of Andrea's ideas are great. I really think we can make this school a better place, said Andrea. Hey, if you want to make the school a better place, I yelled to her, why don't you switch to another school? Oh, snap, said Ryan. Here's the pictures. That's me and Arlo. After lunch, we went outside for recess. The guys and Alexia pulled me over to the corner by the monkey bars, where Andrea and her girly girlfriends couldn't hear us. The president rules the school, you know, said Michael. I don't want Andrea being in charge. I don't want to wear a uniform, said Alexia. Andrea will probably turn the school into a prison, said Ryan. It's going to be horrible, said Neil the nude kid. We need somebody to run against Andrea. Yeah, everybody agreed. I looked around. Michael was looking at me. Ryan was looking at me. Alexia was looking at me. Neil was looking at me. Everybody was looking at me. What are you looking at me for? I asked. You should run for president of the 3rd grade, AJ, said Alexia. Yeah, everybody agreed. Why? I asked. I don't want to be president. That's for nerds. AJ, if you don't run, Andrea will become president, said Michael. She's going to make us wear uniforms and turn this school into a prison. She'll probably close the boys' bathroom and make us hold it in all day, said Ryan. So why don't one of you guys run? I asked. You're the only one who can beat her, AJ, said Neil the nude kid. Well, I don't want to run, I said. AJ, said Michael. If you don't want to run against Andrea, that means you must be in love with her. That's right, everybody agreed. What? I shouted. It does not. It means I don't want to be president. Ooh, Ryan said. AJ doesn't want to run against Andrea. They must be in love. When are you and Andrea gonna get married? Asked Michael. Shh, I said. Okay, I'll run for president of the 3rd grade. If those guys were my best friends, I would hate them. Chapter 4, Super Secret Strategy Session. We needed to have a meeting in a place where Andrea and her girly girlfriends couldn't spy on us. Ryan has a cool tree house in his backyard, so we decided to meet up there. Michael, Neil, and Alexia came over to Ryan's house after school. I don't know anything about elections, I told the gang. How am I going to beat Andrea? Does anybody have any ideas? You need a slogan, suggested Alexia. Like, AJ puts the school in school. You should get the Nobel Prize for that, I said. That's a prize they give out to people who don't have bells. How about AJ puts the drool in school? Suggested Michael. That doesn't make any sense, said Ryan. There's no DR in the word school. We should make a commercial and put it on TV during the Super Bowl, suggested Neil the nude kid. The Super Bowl is in January. said Michael. It's too late. The election is in November. How about we make one of those Batman signs and project it on the sky at night, suggested Ryan. That's dumb, I told him. Hey, nobody likes to floss, right? Said Alexia. So what if we knock on people's doors, show them how to floss correctly, and tell them to vote for AJ? That's the dumbest idea in the history of the world, said Neil, the nude kid. Well, I'm stumped, said Michael. Your legs were amputated? I asked. No, dumbhead, he replied. Stumped means... But he didn't get the chance to finish his sentence. You'll never believe in 1,100,000 years whose head popped up into the treehouse at the moment. It was Mayor Hubble. I heard you were running for president of the 3rd grade, AJ. He told me. I came to help you win the election. How did you know we would be holding our super secret strategy session up here? Asked Ryan. I was a boy once too, you know, said the mayor. Just once? I said, I'm a boy all the time. Look, AJ, said the mayor, let's get down to business. You don't like Andrea, do you? No! You want to beat her on election day, don't you? Yeah! You want to humiliate her, yeah, right? Yeah! You want her to wish she was never born! Yeah! Well, I have a plan to help you win the election, said the mayor. What is it? We all asked. I'm not going to tell you, said the mayor. Why not? Asked Neil. Okay, I'll tell you, the mayor said. But you have to wait until the next chapter. Why can't you tell us in this chapter? Asked Ryan. Because this chapter is almost over, said Mayor Hubble. There's no room. Why don't you just make this chapter a little longer, asked Michael, and tell us now. Wait a minute, Alexia said. Why are you guys talking about chapters? Are we in a book or something? Of course we're in a book, I told Alexia. It's a series called My Weirder School. Never heard of it, Alexia said. That's because you're new, I told her. It doesn't matter, said Mayor Hubble. AJ, the point is that if you do what I tell you to do, you'll beat Andrea in the election. Why do you care whether or not I win the election, I asked. Because if I help you beat Andrea, said the mayor, maybe you could do something for me. You could scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. What does back scratching have to do with anything? I asked. My back doesn't even itch. AJ, said the mayor, after I help you win this election, the only thing I need you to do is tell all the parents to vote for me. Can you do that? I looked at Ryan. Ryan looked at Neil. Neil looked at Michael. Michael looked at Alexia. Alexia looked at me. It's a deal, I said. Great, said the mayor. Let's keep this our little secret. My lips are sealed, I said. But not with glue or anything. That would be weird. Thank you guys for watching. If you didn't see my last video, My Weirder School, Mayor Hubble's in Trouble, chapter 1 and 2, go check that out right now. Bye!